And joining us now, Drake Bassett, President and CEO of Palmer Home. Hey, Drake, how's it going today?
Very good, Gerard. How are you?
Doing fantastic. We are looking forward to visiting with you and being on site there at the Palmer Home coming up this Thursday. The Radiothon is scheduled for just 2 days away from today. What do you think about all that?
Well, very, very excited and very, very grateful. I appreciate you coming up here along with other hosts and the entire SuperTalk team. It just says a lot to our staff. It's encouraging, but as you well know, the whole day connects the whole state, and that's pretty neat. And so
Yeah.
we get excited about it. Very thankful for the support, the connection, and just that chance to talk to people and tell them about what we're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And the facility is unbelievable. How long you been in there now?
Well, thank you very much. We just have been in here for 1 year.
Yeah,
We opened it up a year ago, May. And I can tell you that we love it.
yeah,
I think for people who have the opportunity and want to come visit us, we certainly encourage that. We want people to not only tour the facility with us, but to hear about our approach to care and the way that we do things. But it's a friendly place. It's a welcoming place. It is state of the art. We're grateful for the tools and the resources that allow us to help children with it. Our staff is located here. And so we do. We really encourage people to reach out. If they want to bring a community group, or they want to bring, a Bible class group, or they want to, just come on their own and spend some time with us to get to know Palmer Home. Our doors are open.
yeah. I thought it had been just over a year because I recall when we were on site on location last year, it was brand spanking new. We were just a couple of months removed from when you guys moved in, and you were kind enough to give me the full tour. It very much is impressive. But more importantly, Drake, what I remember were the smiling faces all over the place. Just as you said, it's a happy place. It's very positive, and it should be, especially for children. They should be able and privileged to enjoy their life at that age. You only go through that process once, and all children should live just a fun, healthy, and safe life at that point. And it's how they turn out to be good, productive adults as well.
I think that's right. I think you deal with the news every day, and I think people across Mississippi, people across this country right now, I think are reflecting on what values are most important to us, because it's obvious that values and the decisions that we make have consequences, and so if those consequences are going to be favorable, then we've got to introduce values that lead us in that direction. It's my hope that children who are at Palmer Home, and I get to see this, and as you said, you get to see the smiling faces too. But as they go through the smiling days, but they also go through the challenging days, just
Yeah.
like we had with our families, I always knew I was loved. And it doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, and it doesn't mean things aren't going to require responsibility or choices. That's part of life. But if we can do that in an environment where, as you say, children get to be children, they get to swim in the pool, they get to ride their bikes, they get to play ball, they get to go to church, they get to come in the evening and have a great dinner and sleep in a safe place. Those tough things that they've got to work through, those choices that they have to make, I think that that's the environment we want for children. That's the environment that produces the best opportunity for them to have a successful path. Never mind the challenges that they've had. We're going to help them overcome that, and we're going to help them navigate the future, but we're going to do it in a safe place, and we're going to do it in a place that allows for children to grow.
Talk about Drake, your staff, and just their commitment to their work, to their vocation. It's clear whenever I've talked to them, and certainly had the pleasure of interviewing them, how passionate they are about that work and how much they truly do care. It's integral to the success of the organization.
Well, I appreciate you mentioning that. I can't say enough. I really can't about their commitment. We have quality, top-notch people, and I say that just openly and transparent. I'm encouraged. I'm inspired. I'm led. it works in reverse a little bit maybe around here. Hopefully that I'm led by their commitment as well. I think we're all in this together. I think willing to go the extra mile. I think we're attempting to not only have one or two people in a child's life that is a positive influence. We want everybody here to be a positive influence, not only on the children but on each other. The people who work here obviously could be other places.
Yeah.
Their talents, they could be other places, but they choose to be here. And I think that says a lot about the mission. I think it says a lot about some of the results that we're seeing, the impact that we can make. And when you get up every day thinking, I'm going to go be part of something where this might actually change a child's life, even if I'm in a different part of the organization, it's important to us to connect it all. It's all got to be connected. So we're super grateful for the people that we have, and we appreciate the support that people give on our Radiothon Day and other days of the year, because it allows us to recruit that kind of talent.
Drake, how do you learn? How does the organization learn about a child that's in need, that needs a home like this? How does that come about?
I appreciate that, because not everybody thinks about it, right? You just don't think, what do you do when you're in a tough situation with your family and circumstances are tough? There's just not an obvious solution. So we message our services to a lot of different groups and people, and we're on social media and things like that. But the reality is that it can be through the judicial system that's aware of our capabilities, but mostly it's just families going through some struggle, some challenge. They reach out to us and they say, this is what's going on. It might be from a grandmother who's taking care of the next generation. It might be a mother or father in the family that has custody of the children and they've got responsibility. But there are a number of places. Church groups sometimes will reach out and say, we're working with a family and we're wondering if you can help us. And I think it's just that question, can we help? And so we encourage people to reach out to us, because if we're not the right place for a child or for a family situation, we can help them find a place that will work with them given their circumstances. But if the place is, if it's right for us, we're more than happy to work with families and children to help keep them together. And if they have to be apart for a while, then we're here for that too.
Yeah, so you have, to that point, you have a foster care program as well, right, where you work with prospective parents?
Right. The world's changed a lot over the past 128 years, given the fact that we've been around that long. But the mission hasn't changed. Our mission is to work with families where they are. It's also to recognize that a child's journey in that situation evolves. So when a child comes to us here on campus, it's a beautiful campus and it's designed to be a restorative environment. Give them a sense of peace, let the noise calm down, and let them focus on basic things, feeling safe, enjoying a family environment, having access to school, education. Over time, though, a child has experienced that for maybe 1 or 2 years. It's our hope that we can put them in a more permanent family situation by way of foster care. So families that want to be servants as foster care reach out to us. We train them. We do the background check. We do all of that. And by extension, they're Palmer home. So, we're excited about that. And of course, as you know, we also work with transitional children when they turn 18. So I think really looking at a child's journey, their story, has allowed us to create services that match that experience.
Yeah, no doubt. And Drake, I think about, is it worth it? All this effort, all these resources, all these assets. But when you meet and visit with these kids and these families, of course it's worth it. I mean, that comes up a lot. I know you have to deal with that. What do you think about that?
You look at how big the challenge is across the country, probably 500,000 children who are at a minimum out of home and need care. And you think, wow, the problem is so big. How can we really tackle that problem? I think, you've heard the references and the stories, but I think it's important for all of us to realize that we need to do what's in front of us. Yeah. We may not be able to solve things that are beyond our reach, but we all need to do something that's in front of us. And when these children are with us and when they're in front of us, we see exactly the opportunity to make an impact. And yes, it's worth it. The young man just graduated high school this year. He's going to start, community college in the fall. He received a scholarship, a couple of points of recognition. This guy's on his way, and he's going to do great things. And we think to ourselves,
sounds
hey,
great.
That's why we're here.
Drake, appreciate you coming on and talking about the Palmer home, and we look forward to seeing you this coming Thursday. Take care. See you then.
Yeah, I look forward. Really happy to see you, Gerard. Thank you for the time. We'll see you Thursday.
Drake Bassett, President and CEO of Palmer Home. We're coming right back in the